Gundam style, everybody. This is Wow Cool Robot. I am Phoenix. I use they, them pronouns.
And I'm Max. I use he, him pronouns. And
well,
we're fucking back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
They said it couldn't be done. They said Wow Cool Robot will never release an episode in 2023.
I mean, it's more like we're recording this episode in 2023, and this will also be my last episode recording this podcast until we come back in April, and boy, that sure was a note to end on.
We're just kind of holding on that. God, I'm so glad that everyone seems to all have the same reaction to what happened at the end of Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury episode 12.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really care as much for all the people making memes about all the Gundam veterans. We knew this was going to happen.
This is Gundam. This is where we Gundam. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but that it's still fucking shocking and startling.
I
think it's the most gore we've seen in Gundam before, right?
Yeah, like I've been working my way through Iron-Blooded Orphans again.
Yeah, IBO does not get that bad, honestly.
Yeah, it's like I actually kind of ended up, when y'all were covering it on this podcast, I tried to follow along, but I ended up like dropping it after the first season ended because I thought I didn't like it. But I actually, over the New Year's, this is what I've been up to during our delays. I've actually been rewatching it now, knowing that this is not an adaptation of Lord of the Flies in space.
No, yeah, it goes places.
It does. And this is not Lord of the Flies in space with Gundams, even though Lord of the Flies in space with Gundams would be really cool. And
that'd be fucking badass.
Actually, speaking of like stuff I read in school, like I actually really liked Lord of the Flies, and I really was disappointed that it was not Lord of the Flies, because that probably was one of the favorite ones, one of the books that I've read.
That one
along
was
with
good.
Obviously like the Shakespeare stuff. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think my favorite book I ever read in high school was probably Frankenstein by Mary Shelley.
Oh, that would have been so cool. Like,
that book fucks.
Yeah, like I was not actually assigned reading that. That was a assignment where that was actually one that I picked out myself.
Player's choice, if you will.
Assignment for like, you have to read a book and do a report on it, and that's the one that I read, and I remember also really liking it. It is probably one of my favorite stories out there. Like, I mean, it's kind of like the origin of science fiction as we know it.
It is, yeah. And we've gone from Frankenstein to this. That was a good segue. Go me.
We're going to need a little bit more than stitches.
We're gonna need like a big mop. We'll talk about Suletta's cool moment later on this episode. We have a couple more episodes to get through for that. Mm-hmm. I'll take a summary for this first one. You can do the second, and then I will take the third. So, without further ado, let us talk about Gundam Witch from Mercury episode 10, Circling Thoughts. Delling announces to the Benrit group that Gundams are fine now. Grassley predictably is mad about this and is sent home angry. Vim Jaturk tells him not to worry because Delling's gonna die soon. At Astacasia, we learn that it has been at least 2 months since Suletta's duel with Shadiq, since Ariel has been sent away for research. Miorine has been gone for over 2 weeks, and Suletta's keeping herself busy doing chores for her in her absence. She and the rest of Earthhouse, along with Belmeria, have been working on artificial legs, and progress is going great. Grassley talks with Shadiq, who agrees with Vim that Delling should die. Turns out, Guel has been missing and is now working aboard a cargo ship under the name Bob. Shadiq contacts a group of people on Earth that he contracts to assassinate Delling, and it seems that the leader of them is Nika's father figure, since Nika herself set Shadiq up with them. A new Elon is sent to the school, this time a major flirt trying to come between Suletta and Miorine. Suletta rejects his advances and goes to see Miorine, who is completely cold to her and makes Suletta feel unwanted and unneeded. Lastly, all of Gundam are now headed to Plant Quetta to pick up Ariel as Prospera meets with Delling at the plant, and the Jaturk ship is taken over by the group Shadiq contacted earlier, Dawn of Fold. God, that's a lot of shit that happened in this one. Good lord.
Yeah. Before I actually recorded this, I actually decided to go and rewatch all the other episodes before the ones that we were recording on. And
sure, yeah.
I actually do have just like a couple of things that I would like to say that I noticed on my rewatch. Like, in the Earth House students, they showed up in the very first episode, just like watching on like the screens, and you're like, oh, you saw Lalique, you saw Nuno, you saw all of them before they all got named.
That's nice. That's a cute touch.
Miorine was actually the first person to bring up birthdays in the not in the prologue. She's the
right.
I really also miss Elan 4. I miss that guy. And in episode 3, there was also a really good there was also like this huge missed opportunity for them to do another really awkward Gundam handshake. I really miss Elan 4. Like, knowing what I know now, pretty much every single thing that Prospera was doing, like, I guess it might just be like hindsight being 2020, but it's like she just seems a lot more shady, and it's like maybe I was just like wooed over too much by the girl boss of it all, but like Prospera, like, ugh. And
Mom
also,
of the year.
Yeah, Mother of the Year, really. Like, not unlike I think like Kill la Kill was like 2015, like, the previous winner was disqualified for the 2015's winner from Kill la Kill. Like, Rego, you obviously did some stuff that disqualified you because, like, that shit was not fun, girl. Like, this is supposed to be fun, like, ew.
Yeah, well, she also died, right? Didn't they cut her apart? She's not eligible because she's in pieces.
I don't know. Like, I am definitely at that phase in my life where you would literally have to give me like $6,000 an episode to ever really look at Kill la Kill again.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I'm almost 30. I can't be watching that show again.
Any cringe-related injuries, like
cringeries, if you will.
Injuries, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. A lot happens. Okay. Oh, here. No. First order of business for this episode. I made a mistake in my summary. I said that Guel is going under the name Bob. This is a different character. Guel is gone. This is just Bob. He not related. They're pen pals. They're best buddies. It's kind of like Char, Aznable, and Quattro Regina, if you will. They're best buddies. We don't see them in the room together, but we love them. They're besties. Bob is the best character in the show.
Yeah. Also, like I ended up being able to pinpoint. It's like Shadiq is being a Shadiq. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. Shadiq is kind of like low-key the most evil out of all of them.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, he's not even being like fun about it, and like I can actually pinpoint where it's like in the first episode I was really like, okay, Shadiq seems nice and all, and like, oh, maybe he'll be like a himbo, but then it's like,
no,
oh, like that is just cold, dude. Like,
I think the reason why, I mean, I like Shadiq. I think he is by far the least interesting of all three of like the house leaders, because like he's not theatrical about it. He's not theatrical about how like clearly evil he is. Like Guel is, we love Gwell. He's a delightful
Yeah,
baby boy.
like my
He,
like my opinions on them, it completely switched at episode 6. Like,
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like somebody like yeah, like that is not a golden retriever. It's like, I don't know, like some sort of weird like werewolf golden
Right, yeah,
retriever.
he's fucking True Blood. Uh, it's like, cause yeah, Elon is so fun because every time you see him, he's like a fucking walking gashapon. You don't know which Elon you're getting. And Shadiq is just like, hi, my name is Shadiq Zanelli, and I have hired terrorists to kill everyone in this space station. Haha. Like, he's not super crazy, and he has like, his whole girl squad, and they're kind of like, they have his facets of like crazy personality that he kind of hangs out with, and like we have these Donna Fold girls who are like kind of nutty, and like
Yeah,
for being one of the villain characters in the show, Shadiq is, I feel like, too plain with it.
yeah, it's like I have like Shadiq is a like he is also with him and Miarine, it's like, oh, like I'm a nice guy and I don't care that I finished last because everybody else in the race before me died in a Gundam fight.
Yeah, I I came in first by default because I cut everyone else's brake lines. It's like, that's not
Yeah,
exciting,
like
Shadiq.
that's not like he is a nice guy in that sense of the word.
I think he's
Like,
nice.
yeah, like he like that's also kind of why I thought it's like, okay, he's going to be like the chill one. Again, like he would be the golden retriever, but oof, he's
He is chill, but he's boring about him being
yeah,
chill, I
it's
think.
like he's chill, but he's like a chill slime ball. Like he's chill
Mm-hmm.
but slimy, like that weird aloe vera stuff that like
Mm.
I
You're
got in
saying you're
a
saying that I rub Shadiq on me if I have a sunburn.
I don't want him anywhere near me. Like like I know he's like a teenager and I am an adult, but like if that kid was anywhere
Oh
near me,
yeah, no way.
I would be giving it like and
Someone
I
pick
don't
up this
care how
sassy
jacked
lost
he is.
child.
Like I don't care how jacked he is, he's still a high schooler.
He's a babby. Um, Tying into Shadiq, who's also apparently evil, and we didn't know about it till now, is Nika.
Like she was just like I don't know, like it's like I still have like some faith in her, like it's probably blackmail knowing everything else that Shadek is capable of.
Yeah, because she puts Shadiq in the contact with the Dawn of Fold group. So we know she's Earthian, and everyone in Earth House is Earthian, as the name would suggest. The fact that like Nika knows these people specifically, and Shadiq mentions that the leader is her father figure, like we don't know anything about their relationship. This is certainly a part two plot thread that's going to be unraveled. But
Yeah,
like you can tell, she's clearly very uncomfortable about helping him.
yeah,
It
like
almost does feel like Shadiq might have strong armed her. Like Shadiq being part of Grassley knows her past and is like, "Hey, help me out or else."
yeah, like there's definitely some blackmail stuff go like I actually wouldn't say definitely, but like there's probably like blackmail or something going
I'd say
on between.
blackmail's likely.
Yeah, like I mean, it's like that thing about like the zebras and like yeah, it's probably blackmail. Like he is just being a slime ball.
Well, because we know that his father Grassley is like, "Hey, we gotta fucking kill Delling." Or no, what was it? It was Vim. Vim tells Grassley, "Hey, we gotta kill Delling," because Delling's like, "Hey, Gundams are good now because they make me money," and Vim says, "Understandable, die." Grassley's like, "You're crazy." And then Grassley goes and tells Shadiq, "Hey, Vim wants to kill Delling," and Shadiq's like, "Fuck yeah, that sounds badass. I know someone who knows terrorists. Let me get her on the phone real quick." So like, it feels like Grassley is kind of the one going along with the flow here, and Vim and Shadiq are kind of taking the charge of Operation
Yeah,
Kill This Old Man.
yeah, yeah. And it's like, I mean, Dylan is a lot less of a like somehow this actually makes him come out a lot better though. But it's like
It's
But it's like the difference between getting like sand in your underpants and getting run over by a bus.
What I find very interesting about Delling, obviously the show's trying to rehabilitate him. We see that in episode 12, and I don't really care for that part of it. What's interesting to me is the way that Delling clearly does not care for Miorine as his daughter, but now that Miorine is his business partner, he's so much more involved in her life now, and like that puts Miorine in a better mood. I don't know if that was this episode or the next one. I think it's this one.
Like, with all those business scenes, I feel like it's that scene in the Lego movie, and it's like I'm like
Will Ferrell is in the Gundam.
Yeah, like I'm more like I wish it was Will Ferrell, but we all know it's not Will Ferrell, and I'm going to still live in denial about that guy.
What if it was Will Ferrell though?
Yeah, like I mean, I would feel a lot less guilty about the Lego movie literally being one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that movie kicks ass. No guilt there. Yeah. I love that movie.
But I feel like whenever like those two were talking in this episode, it's like business.
Yeah, pretty much, honestly.
And I do not know what these people are talking about. Like, all I know are stonks. I am that little unikitty wearing like those giant nerd glasses, and it's like, yeah, business.
I mean, hey, it is Gundam Business School after all. But it's just like, I feel like that does a lot more to kind of not rehabilitate, but like that one scene gives so much more information into Delling as a character than like most of the entire show, because we get to see him act with someone like as a peer, essentially, not like sitting in his like, fucking big boy chair.
All Miorine needed to do was learn how to speak business. Business.
Yeah. And another important thing, as the conversation flows now to Miorine, the little keychain that Suletta gets for her and Miorine, you can buy that.
Oh, yeah,
that's on Premium Bandai.
Like, I love that. Like, they're like the little ice climbers. It's so cute.
Yeah, I think they're called Cool and Hots, and I almost got them. I think they're still up for pre-order. They might have like just stopped, and then I saw what happened in episode 12, and I was like, maybe I'll hold off on these.
Yeah,
maybe I won't get one for my wife yet.
I already have so many keychains, and I'm also definitely single, so we'll have nobody else to give it to give that one to. And if I end up getting into a relationship and my partner finds out that, oh, you've been keeping this little Gundam Chotsky on you for a bit, it's like so like, do you like see us as being like Suletta and Miorine? Like, do you see us as being like that ship? Because like I think that would just kind of be like kind of low-key weirdo behavior, and I'm not too sure about how comfortable I would feel about giving somebody something that would be that closely related to a ship that is currently going through some rather rocky stuff. Like,
what you need to do is when you give it to them, you need to explain, all right, before I give you this, understand the character who got this in the show turned a guy into strawberry jam. Do you still want this? And if they say no, they're clearly wrong. So that's the play you got to make.
Yeah.
Look, if all I'm saying is, if I'm not getting ahead of myself, if my wife smashed a guy into a trillion atoms and then offered me her gory hand, I would grab it in a heartbeat. Sorry, Miorine, I'm built different.
Yeah. It's that would be a little bit awkward.
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
A tad bit awkward, I'd say.
That lady that was helping Miorine, when Miorine is heading back to
the pilot girl.
Yeah, like Space Auntie shows up again, and we actually have a name, Fengjun, and it turns out that she offered Miorine, is like, hey, would you like to go to Earth again? And Miorine's like, nope, I'm in Gundam business now. And
I'm in Gundam business. Why are you here?
Yeah. And it's like it turns out she is also an agent for the for
Fucking
the
like the
space
Galactic Federation,
for
some
like the
shit.
Space Assembly League, and she's like keeping an eye out on stuff.
She's like basically like the fucking UN weapons inspector for Metal Gear.
Yeah, yeah. I was actually going to say, since it's like the business one, I was going to say, oh, she's with OSHA.
She's with the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah, only it seems like she's actually doing a lot more than what the actual Better Business Bureau does, because it turns out that the Better Business Bureau is just one of those little things that businesses threw together to try to cover their asses so
Oh
that the
yeah, the
government.
Better Business Bureau is fucking nothing.
Yeah, it's like so that just like the government wouldn't get in. It's like the MPAA, which I guess the MPAA is sort of better than the Better Business Bureau, because now like the government isn't like looking at like movies and stuff, but like the Better Business Bureau is completely useless.
That's not government. That's just like an organization. They got no fucking
Yeah.
sway over anything.
Yeah, like
Um
she's with the Space Better Business Bureau, but the Space Better Business Bureau, the Space Better Business Bureau, try saying that, like, yeah, she's with them, and she's like, yeah, I'll be on your side, Maureen, if you want to go to Earth. And there's also the Space Assembly. And she's like, yeah, like, I remember in the first episode, I thought that she might be part of some rebel group, but she was talking about, like, yeah, space needs new rules. And it's like, yeah, like, even the Spacians are tired of the Spacians bullshit, but, like, I guess
yeah.
this is different.
Interesting that like someone part of this big governmental organization will also actually, you know what? I started saying the sentence that it'd be interesting that like the government would be involved in like potentially smuggling people like that. And then I remembered that the Central Intelligence Agency exists. So never mind.
Yeah.
Thank you, US government, for making my point.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. Hey, what
Apparently,
about do we
like,
do I'm changing gears entirely. Do we like new Elon 5? How do we feel about this little fucking weirdo?
I want to punch this one.
Hey, he sucks.
Yeah, it's like, like, so that, like, like, dude, like, homophobic much?
He's just this nasty flirt guy, and he just like gets all up in Suletta's face and is trying to be like trying to worm his way into their relationship, and it's
It's
just
like
like
apparently just as wicked as Elon Prime means that you like read the space game or something.
honestly, I thought he was like Elon Prime at first until I
Yeah,
realized,
and
oh no, this is a different like because yeah, he's just as sleazy as the real deal.
yeah, and it's like he is just like, oh, like, like, you're just going, like, Miriam doesn't love you, and like, even though like you'll be married, it will just be on paper, like you'll just be gal pals, even though you're married, but like she doesn't care about you. All she wants to do is business, 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 business. Now, like, if you get with like a nice guy like me, again, it's like with the fucking nice guys, like,
Yeah. I did not like how he tried to kiss her either. That was a little
yeah,
uncalled
it's
for.
like, like, again, like, take a fucking hint, like, stop your staring at my hair, like, take a fucking hint, you slime ball,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Clearly, he wasn't really like pulling this with Miorine because he mentions to Suletta that like Miorine said, "Oh yeah, he's hanging with us now," and Suletta's like, "That guy? You sure?"
yeah, it's like, like, take a fucking hint, Elon, like,
Mm-hmm.
don't make me break out my recording of like, I actually do not make me break out my CD of the Victorious cast, because I will do it, and I will I will make you just sit in this chair until you actually get what take a hint, like, get that song.
Yeah.
Also, another thing about like Elon and that I noticed when I was doing the rewatch was with Elon 4, the day that he decided was his birthday
Mm-hmm.
was the day that he died. It's very, like, if any of you out there have ever heard the Marina and the Dive, it's literally Teen Idol.
Yeah,
That,
yeah, yeah,
and then it's
yeah.
like, I mean, like the stuff about being a narcissist, it's like, okay, so like now we have like Elon Prime like macking on his own clone, and I guess that would work. Like that dude probably seems like he gets told to go fuck himself a lot, so I guess that's the best option. He's like the onceler.
He's like the Onceler.
Yeah, he gets told to go fuck himself so many times that he has become the onceler. He am become onceler, destroyer of hopes and dreams.
God, I can't wait to see more of this guy next.
Yeah.
I core season. It's unclear what language to use because the show refers to itself as both.
I don't know
What
either.
what else? Okay, so we hit Elon. Suletta's really sad because she thinks Mirin doesn't care her no more.
Yeah, it's like business, 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 business. Like, I
You
mean,
hate to see it.
like,
It's not even that. It's more just like
and this was like this episode was maybe they could have just gone to like Mercury and Suletta's hometown, and Maureen could have discovered the true meaning of Christmas with Suletta in that folksy hometown Mercury way.
yeah. It's like it's a bummer, right? Like Suletta clearly has this a ton of anxiety, and like Mirin just kind of like being very cold and distant. Not because she wants to be cold and distant to Suletta, more the fact that she's like swamped with work and doesn't realize how
Yeah,
she's coming off to her. It's just like
I mean, I think
it's
like
sad.
just what the doctor ordered. And I know this would have been a lot more appropriate if we would have been recording this last year with this being like Christmas, but like
Mm,
what those two really, and like I don't think we've ever seen, like I would love to see what Mercury is like in this. Like to
we
just go
might
head down. Yeah, like I really want to see Mercury. But
get like a
like
fucking
head
shitty
to
Hallmark
like
movie in Gundam.
yeah, like heading to Soletta's hometown. I don't know what activities they would do on Mercury that would
Mine
even
for
be
Permit,
remote.
and that's it.
Yeah, it's like I mean, like maybe they have it in peppermint flavor or something, but like he, like she
Peppermint.
need, like Miri needs a vacation.
Well, we'll put a pin in that. She'll need a lot of things after these episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
That I think is so. Okay, the things that happen
Oh,
in this episode is everyone ends up like heading over to this place called Plant Quetta. It's just like it's a Bennett Group manufacturing plant. Like all of Earth House is going there, so it's like Soletta and Mirian and everyone there. Bob is on the way there in a Jaturk ship. Delling is there. Prosper is there. Basically, everyone except for like Shadiq and Grassley are there
yeah.
because Vim Jaturk is also there.
Yeah, it's like I also have to say I really appreciate I appreciate Belmira. Like I really like her. It's like she seems cool. Like she actually has like a good head on her shoulder. She has a good heart.
Oh yeah, no, she's great. I really like Belmeria.
Yeah, it's like I mean, I have some other things that I would like to bring up with sort of like contrasting between her and Prospera, but I would like to bring that up later, just
Yeah.
so like it doesn't really mess with the flow.
Yeah. All right, and yeah, so they head to Plant Quetta, and that's when Donna Fold shows up. And we wouldn't know the name of these suits if you were just watching the show, but you know, being online and seeing Bandai tweet about all of the model kits you can buy, the two things that show up are the Lafrith Thorn and the Lafrith Ur. I
Freaky
don't know what.
freaking feet.
I don't know why the fuck they're Lafriths or how they're Lafriths or how this organization got a hold of Gundams, but they got
Maybe
Gundams.
that maybe they just think all Gundams are called Lifrith, and like, you shouldn't really do that. That's very judgmental. Like, they all have names. Like, just because they all look the same doesn't mean they're all the same. Like, come on.
The counterpoint is that I will be judgmental because I think these things look like dog shit.
Yeah, like
they're ugly in a way I don't like.
Yeah, like I do really like the freaky fucked up chicken feet. Like
the legs are so short, it looks so wrong.
I like it. They're like Baba Yaga, like witchy. Like yeah, like I actually think they look like the witchiest Gundams. And also another thing that I noticed on my rewatch was with the Darabald. Like I think that thing should have had like really, really fucked up, like weird looking hands because of like the AI and stuff in it.
Well, it has the wrists that pop out.
Yeah, but like it has like regular hands. It's like, come on, like you guys are like really into AI. You know that shit can't do hands.
Oh, yeah. Looking at the ore looks better. It's like the big, bulky, dark teal one. The Thorn, I do not respect this thing whatsoever. I think it looks like fucking ass.
I mean, I actually, like, even though they're, like, ugly, I really like them, and I respect them, and I am not body shaming. Like, real Gundams have curves. Like,
well, put a fucking pin in that, because I'm going to go on another goddamn tirade when we get to the last episode. Is there anything else we have in this first episode?
Oh, yeah. Sophie thinks Suletta's TikToks are cringe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we do go to Earth for a minute, and we see this girl, Sophie, who's like the third like weird fanged, dirty blonde hair girl in this show, who's just kind of like a weirdo with it.
Yeah, she's weird. She's a weirdo. Like, I love her.
Have you ever seen her without this hairband?
Yeah, like, I love her. And it's like, I mean, she is just like watching Suletta's Gundam TikToks and like watching the Gundam dances. It's like, ew, like, that witch is cringe. Like, what a fucking fluffy bunny. I bet she doesn't even like use blood in her magic. Like, come on, like, get with the program and, like, stop reading, like, Silver Ravenwolf and, like, be, like, a real witch. And it's like, oh, my God, like, I have actually had experience doing witchcraft, and, like, those people are always, like, they are always, like, so much worse than the people that they say are cringe. And it's like, come on, it's, like, not a contest, lady, like, calm down. It's not like who wants to get burned at the stake at Salem, like, even though they actually didn't do that, but they still act like it, because it's like most witches don't actually really have that good of a grasp of history of these things, and kind of looking back on it, that's what I think is the real cringe. But
don't kill the part of you that is cringe, kill the part of you that cringes. Moral of the story.
Sophie thinks Suletta's TikToks are cringe.
Mm-hmm. Very rude, very disrespectful.
Yeah.
She has a lot to say about Suletta.
Yeah.
And we'll find out a little bit more in this next episode. Oh, this is episode 11, which is from Earth.
As Earth House makes their way to Plant Quetta, Suletta tries her hardest to keep herself busy and stay helpful to everyone. Fearing that she's useless to them, Prospera and Delering are already at Quetta, talking about some operation called Quiet Zero that involves Ariel. But before we can learn any more, we cut to Dawn of Fold, who have fully taken over the Jeturk ship Wormblood that Bob is stationed on. Their orders are to keep heading to Quetta without giving away the intruders on board. Despite Jeturk's plan to have Shaddiq tell Dawn of Fold to attack the station in 2 hours so he can get to safety, Shaddiq orders the attack operation to begin immediately. Suletta and Miorine have a heart-to-heart where Suletta explains all of her worries about not being needed when Miorine breaks down and tells Suletta that she needs to be relied on. This nice moment is interrupted when the attack begins and the girls are separated. Sophie Pilone, one of the attackers, introduces herself as a witch from Earth to Suletta, the witch from Mercury. And also, she somehow doesn't think her TikToks are cringe anymore, and she's actually like a fan.
Yeah, it's weird. It was very fucking exciting when she just name dropped the show, though. I was like, oh, she said the fucking thing.
Yeah, it's like, I love it when people do that. Also, your TikToks are not cringe anymore. I actually like you, and that was kind of like a 180. I was not.
She's being yandere about it.
It's like you're like, ooh, another witch, but like you're cringe, but you're also a witch. I mean, I'm pretty sure that is kind of how a lot of my middle school friendships went when I was also having my witch phase. So, points for accuracy, Mr. Okuchi. Like, you really understand the tweenage girl. You're kind of understanding the tweenage girl, who converts to Wicca mindset here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck, I forgot. Before anyone gets my ass, Suletta says a really fucking funny line in the first episode. She says, Suletta forgetta, and everyone laughs, and it's really fucking funny.
Yeah.
I almost forgot.
And
anyway.
Like, forgot to, find a place for them to film their TikTok with the robo legs.
These kids love TikTok so much.
Yeah, I do not unless, look, Sunrise, look, Mr. Okuchi, unless we get an actual name for this, I am going to keep calling it TikTok.
No, it's TikTok. It's TikTok. It's definitely TikTok. So the big thing in this episode is that conversation between Suletta and Miorine. It's okay. Shit. This show is very, very good at it's just depicting the relationship between Suletta and Miorine. I really like it. The further it goes on, the more they show, the more I almost get convinced that this will turn into an actual romance between the two. It's not there yet, and who knows after next one? But this one is such a nice moment.
It's they're not perfect Yuri all the time, but I actually haven't read or watched that much Yuri. I kind of need something else, a little bit extra kick, and it's again with why I am probably never watching Kill la Kill again unless you compensate me for my cringeries. I just can't really read stuff about high schoolers anymore. It's high
school fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's not really, because it's I am in it would be very rare for me to read something, and most Yuri is set in just regular Japanese high school settings, so they're not even at special magic school or special Gundam school or whatever, and it's just they're just all regular teenagers, regular high schoolers, maybe with a little whiff of supernatural stuff, but it's I just can't do that anymore.
I'm too old. There was this one time where I was at the beach couple summers ago with my family, and my cousin's kid, who's 14 or 15, something like that, she asked me if I listened to Olivia Rodrigo, because we were talking about Taylor Swift, and I was like, I've been listening to her literally longer than you've been alive. And then she asked me if I've listened to Olivia Rodrigo. I was like, she has a song about getting your driver's license. I can't relate to that because I'm almost 30. I exist in a different world at this point than that kind of shit.
I understand. I don't really relate to Olivia Rodrigo because I can't drive. But it's I really understand, okay, girl, turns out the kids are all right. They're still making music that sounds like the music that I listened to in high school.
Pop's not dead. Punk's not dead.
What?
Pop Punk's not dead.
Yeah, it's I know she's Disney star, so it's not really pop punk, but it's come on, like, again, like, I think I might spend way too much time on TikTok because, like, I have heard about, like, the Grippy Socks anthem guy, and I really
You're
hope
saying words that mean fucking nothing to me right now.
like, never find out what those means because he is terrible and I hate him. But,
I will
like,
take your
he
word
most
for it.
certainly actually has, like, the heart in it. And, like, okay, like, this actually came from a real emotional place of, like, going through a breakup instead of just being churned up in a factory to try to make the next pop punk song of the summer like everybody else there. So, like, good for you. Not
You
like
look
that
happy and
good for you,
healthy.
Olivia.
Yeah.
Like, rock on, girl.
Sure.
Not like that good for you, Olivia. Like, not like your song. Like, I am being honest. Like, go. But I don't relate to her because I can't drive. But it's like, you know what? The kids are all right. I am, even though, like, I don't really get everything that's going on with the youths, I am not going to, like, completely shut myself off.
Calling them the youths definitely is a good way to illustrate that you don't know what's going on with them.
I was being sarcastic.
Okay. I was like,
I was being
I was on the Twitter earlier.
the Pokemans. But
Yeah.
like, I am not, like, even though, like, I don't really get everything that you're doing, I'm not going to just, like, shut myself off and become an evil adult.
Yeah, no, I know I'm old as hell. I don't get it. Go off, kids. Say no cap all you want. So God, we were talking about Suletta and Mirin, I think. It's just this really nice conversation where Suletta is like worried that she's being pushed away, and Mirin is just like, you fucking stupid idiot. I hate you and your catchphrase so much, and that's what keeps me going. And it boils down to Mirin just says, stay at my side forever, as she just like fucking punches her in the boob. It was a funny meme for a week until a new thing happened.
I'm also pretty sure that the gun that they're using now is different from the gun that they were using in the prologue. Like something is different here. Like, I think that the gun might be different. Also with Prospera and Delling, speaking of gun, it's like Prospera, it's basically like, okay, like, the cat is out of the bag. I am Elnora Samaya.
Yeah, she does just straight up say that shit, doesn't she?
Yeah, and it's like, here you go. Here's the stuff for Quiet Zero, even though, like,
what the fuck is Quiet Zero?
You don't know, like, I guess it might be like Strong Zero, which is like a weird, which is basically like the Japanese version of a White Claw, only it's like a lot stronger than a White Claw.
Quiet Zero Dawn.
Yeah, but like, also Mr. Okuchi, I remember that stuff. I remember what you were doing with Code Geass, and like, Zero is a lot of things, but I definitely would not describe that man as being particularly quiet or strong. You ever seen that stuff?
Not in a long time. I remember
it was like
nothing.
Definitely, like, that was probably like the first, like, that was actually sort of like my entry into like watching mecha that was not watching Evangelion. And I think like Evangelion is sort of like kind of now mostly regarded off as being its own thing. And I have to say that watching the show with probably one of the most recognizable Char clones outside of Gundam, before you know who Char is, it is a very interesting experience when you go in and you watch First Gundam for the first time. It's like, hey, wait, like, I think I've seen all of this before. Like, I think I'm getting like deja vu. Except this time this dude isn't wearing red and he's like goth, and I really, really like Goth Char, Mr. Okuchi. And also I really, really like you also decided to take it one further and make MILF Char. Maybe in your next one where you are adapting A Midsummer's Night's Dream, you'll just go all the way and make like Goth MILF Char for like
Gilf Char.
Oberon. Like, that would be like so amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, my phone is open. I have no idea how you will get my number, but let's talk. Like, golf.
Yeah, get your people talk my people.
Yeah, like for like your next day, for like the next time you decide to do some Shakespeare in the park, like call me.
So what else? Okay, so Prosper is doing some fucking shit with Delling because Delling loves Gundams now. It's fine. We see. I'm trying. Honestly, like I feel like that's the big thing. Obviously, Donnafold rolls up. They like roll up on Bob's ship and they take it over. And they're like, "Hey, just continue making your way to the plant like normal," because they're like basically hitching a ride, sneaking on it. And as Suletta and Miorine are, they're like on the plant, and like Miorine goes to find Suletta after she like kind of has her like sad freak out and makes it better.
Yeah, like I understand you, Suletta. I am also autistic. Like it takes a little bit. It's like, I mean, again, like I've been trying to like get back into like having relationships after years, and it's like it's a lot better than when I was in high school, since like I actually am getting like resources like mentally that are actually sort of working for me now. And it's like, I get it, Suletta. It's like, I mean, maybe I can be like your cool, maybe I can be like your aunt who's like your smart lesbian aunt, even though like you're also a lesbian. So like, I can also give you some pointers there about being a lesbian.
Oh, you know what? I did remember something. When Prosper is talking to Delling about Horizon Zero Dawn, she mentions that Ariel has hit Permet score 6. And mind you, listener, I say Suletta's dad, Elnora's husband, he fucking beefed it at Permet 3. Like 6, I guess that's what makes it go
like
blue.
It's like all of these new like weed strains nowadays. It's like,
yeah, I'm smoking that Permet 6.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like, and now like she is doing like dab hit of Permet.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, she's just fucking like, vibrating on a like, bench somewhere.
Like resin. It's like not even like stems and seeds are what you need to like get rid of anymore. It's just like get rid of all the rest of the plant.
We do get a very interesting callback to the prologue at one point. When they're talking about Wormblood, the Jeturk ship that gets taken over by Donnafold. They don't know that yet, but we see Dominicus, I guess.
It's like, it's that guy, and it's like, it's that guy again.
Yeah, the dude who fucking killed Elnora's husband. He's just here now.
Yeah, and it's like, what's his name? And like, he's fat now, and okay.
Yeah, haha, funny joke, Gundam. Yeah, that's humor.
At least it's like not with at least like you're treating like the ladies, okay? It's like, yeah, it's like he's just there, like, hey, what's up? What did I miss? I've been doing stuff over there. Yeah, it's like
been chilling.
Yeah. Chilling.
Not a whole lot of crazy shit going down the past who knows how many years.
It's like, turns out once you get all the Gundams, like, turns out once you get rid of all the Gundams, if you're like a Gundam hunter, it's like,
yeah, we got rid of all 3 Gundams. Shit, what do we do now?
It's like, I mean, like, yeah, it's like, apparently, like, the preventers weren't hiring. It's like,
yeah, because again, they got rid of all those 5, so they're chilling.
Like,
we're all just chilling.
Like, it seems like probably like the preventers are doing a lot more stuff than whatever Dominicus was doing.
Yeah, but it's fine. They're here now. They're on the way to
exactly. Like, hopefully, like, I hope you didn't forget. Like, we're still here. Like, I'm alive. I'm relevant. Come on.
God. And like, yeah, Donnafold attacks and the girls get separated, and like the last shot is Sophie looking at Suletta in her Lafrith, and she's like, "Oh, damn, I'm yandere about this."
Can I get your autograph? Can we do like a collab?
Can we do a collab? Do you have a VTuber? Can we stream together?
Hold on, can I? It's like, hey, Naria, can you like hold my phone? Like, can we do like the Gundam dance together? Like, Damu. I'm sorry about calling you cringe.
Yeah, I'm better now. I got better. You're cool now. Damn, I met my idols and they kick ass.
Yeah, it's like even though like I'm pretty sure all of the stuff it only took like 2 days. Like you're not cringe, Suletta. Like I don't think you're cringe. Like you are like base. You
Damn,
are
Suletta, you're
cool.
base as fuck right now, and I'm not just saying that because I have a minigun trained at you.
Yeah, like let's dance. Let's like do the dance together. Like give me your autograph. Like how about let's be besties? Like parasocial.
I promise I'm normal, haha.
Relationships certainly are. Yeah, like they're certainly intense.
Yeah. It was a very stressful way to end the episode because we don't know what's gonna happen to Suletta.
Yeah, what can happen? There's not a lot gonna happen.
Yeah, nothing. I'm sure the episode 12 will be fine. Nothing crazy is gonna go on.
Yeah.
It'll be normal, I bet.
So, like, I just say like fuck you to Alon 5 again. Just like
fuck that guy. He sucks.
Yeah, like fuck.
He doesn't even know what the hell's going on at Quetta. He's just fucking. He's playing Flappy Bird on fucking Estacassia. He's doing nothing.
Yeah, he has just like. I mean, he's probably like again, like he's probably like reading like incel shit, and it's like oh, like two girl, like I mean, like again, it's like I am just getting like such a homophobia, like such homophobe energy off this guy, and it's like
he didn't go to Plant Quetta because he was too busy like being a Reddit mob.
Like, if he didn't like wake up like a day ago, like wake up and start getting
if he didn't just like get plopped out of the Elon tube,
be like a tater tot.
Tater tots.
Not like that. Like you know who I'm talking about when I say tater tot.
Do I?
Oh, thank goodness! I am too online.
I'm online enough that again. I'm almost 30. I don't know fuck about online anymore. Anyway, do we have anything more about episode 11? I feel like not a lot happened compared to the other two this week.
Like I mean, like
there's stuff. I mean, look, we're about to get to it, dear listener.
We're about to drop.
You know what it fucking is. This is Mobile Suit Gundam Witch from Mercury.
Y'all already know who it is.
This is Gundam G Witch, episode 12. Keep marching instead of running off. Sophie begins firing on Plant Quetta to try and drive Suletta into Ariel so she can fight it. Both Grassley and Jaturk suits are joining the fight with Vim himself piloting a Delanza. Sophie's surrounded by Grassley's big gear Pentes, but reveals the antidote has no effect on her Gundam if she goes to Permet score 4, destroying the suits. As the planet's getting destroyed, Delling ends up saving Miorine's life by sheltering her from debris, resulting in him getting a massive chunk in his back. Oops. Miorine decides to try and save his life since both he and his mother wanted her to live, apparently. The Earth House ship is nearly fired on by Noria when Nika flashes the Dawn of Fold signal in Morse code, sparing them from destruction. Bob gets in a suit to try and find Suletta and is attacked by none other than Vim Jaturk. After Bob stabs the cockpit, he reveals himself to be Guo Jaturk and unfortunately has to watch his father explode. Suletta makes it to Ariel's hangar when Prospera kills the Dawn of Fold infiltration team and has to explain to Suletta that it's okay to kill as long as you protect others. Suletta gets in the upgraded Ariel and fights off Noria and Sophie until Dominicus arrives, driving Dawn of Fold away. She flies off to find Miorine, who's about to get shot by a Dawn of Fold infiltrator. Suletta bursts in and open palm slams the attacker into a fine paste and gets covered in blood as she exits her suit, prompting Miorine to, understandably, freak out and call her a murderer. See you in April!
Well, they encourage your complete cooperation. Send your roses when they think you need to smile. I can't control myself because I don't know. Oh, and yeah, there's blood.
Yeah, so Suletta Mercury, secret technique, slap. She fucking did the Chronicles of Riddick open palm slam the VHS tape. This is horrific violence, folks.
Yeah, certainly a lot different from when she spanked Ghoul in the butt in the first episode. Like, I was not expecting the Suletta slap to come back, and it's like...
Yeah, we get the Suletta spank. And then we get we get Choo Choo's cool punch, and we kind of escalate from there into I've turned a man into jelly.
Yeah, it's like Miorine, like like you tried with like the boob punch, but
you gotta hand it to her.
Like you are down all the way down here. Everybody else is all the way up there, and Yeah.
That's like all the fucking memes are about. It's a hot commodity right now. Suletta's cool maneuver. And I think it kind of distracts from the fact that the new aerial rebuild looks like fuck. I hate this suit so much. I think this is the worst suit in the
Big,
show.
I really like the big railgun. I just really like railguns. Again, this is like going into some place where you really, really, really haven't gone yet all the way into a different AU where it's like, okay, like there's that guy and his mobile suit has a railgun, and also I really, really, really like that guy.
The new Ariel's not cute. This thing sucks. Again, I hate this suit. They fucked it. They fucked it so bad. You have the Ariel is a delightful, wonderful Gundam. It has this very nice light blue. It has the tricolor, classic. And then the rebuild, it changes like almost. It's like it's a rebuild, I guess. But I feel like with rebuilds, usually there's not as much changed. But like it's just so much boxier and bulkier. That nice light blue is now this like a darker blue.
Yeah, she's like gone to the gym. It's like she bulked up. It's like no shame here. It's like I don't body shame. Like I like her.
The feet. The feet had a really cool thing going on where like the sides of the feet were red and it was like white down the middle, and now it's just like blue feet. There's like barely any red anymore. There's barely any yellow either.
It's okay. She wanted to get rid of the Yeezys because that was just getting like way too uncomfortable. It's like I like her. She's been working on herself.
I am I am a proud hater of this thing. They did the unforgivable, and the fucking mouth guard was a mouth guard, but now they gave it a fucking face vent. It has the little, and that's fine if a Gundam has it, but it didn't have one and now it does, and I look at it and it's just like that tiny little frown is what I have. Also, that's weird, like back thing. Like, okay, I'm just gonna get mad if I keep talking about it. I think it looks bad. I wouldn't mind, now that I'm saying this, if there's like a second rebuild and it went even like more departed from the aerial design, because at least that would start to feel even more like darker and militaristic than the rebuild does. Like if they did a Gundam Mark II color scheme and the blue was kind of a black almost. I don't know. I hate the redesign so much. It had a cool moment. I like its cool gun.
Like, I mean, it's like you wouldn't say that to somebody's daughter. It's like I love my girl Ariel. I love him.
I mean,
I love her.
I am Bandai. I'm the consumer. I am the end all be all. I'm a tastemaker.
I actually like. I really like the. Like, I mean, like, pretty much the only thing I would say is, like, go, like, full Baba Yaga. Give her the weird chicken feet.
Oh, God. I mean, you know what? It would make it a little more interesting, at least. I think they should have... There's very few... Like, if you look at some renders of the kit, it looks a little better. If they got rid of the yellow entirely, I would have liked it more. It has these weird yellow fins that pop out of like the whatever the hell is on the back of the shoulders. It still keeps the little bit of yellow on the knees, which I don't understand. It has a lot of green. It looks like when the Exia went to the 00. I think I haven't seen that show yet, but that's what the design is kind of showing me.
It's from my little pickle puss who I love so much. Like,
you keep saying that word.
I'm like, oh, he's just so cute. Like, I know he's probably going to hurt me because he is in like space. He's in like special fancy space terrorists, but like I still just want to go and like pinch his little cheeks because he's just such a cutie guy.
I don't know. Aerial rebuild, not a fan, but anyway, a lot of shit happens here after Danafold attacks. Like, we just see a lot of fighting. Grassley suits are fighting. Jaturk suits are fighting. Interestingly, the antidote that we saw... you know what? Shit. We knew that you could surpass antidote with gun format, because Suletta literally does that when she fights against Shadiq and the girls. Because they got that antidote, and then Suletta's like, oh, cool, I'm going to go Super Saiyan Blue. And then she just blows past it, because I guess we learned that was Permet 6.
She's like doing like straight up butane hits of Permet 6. And like everybody else is still just like...
She's on that shatter shit.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. Again, it's like I'm really living up to my name in the Discord on here because it's like I just know so much about I guess like I'm like the one who's like the weed expert here, the most one who knows the most. But
uh,
like yeah, but like she is all like she is just doing like straight up shatters of and like just like hitting like she has like one of like those fancy little dab rigs where it's like basically like an entire Kakuli sculpture. I mean, it's like only it's like tiny little material made out of glass, and she's like just doing like straight up hits of Permet 6, and everybody else is still just on like I don't know, like basic weed, like 60s weed.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, and Sophie's getting fucked up over this. I don't even know if you mentioned there's two main pilots in Dawn of Fold. It's Sophie and Noria. And Sophie's the sicko, and Noria's like the normal one.
Yeah,
that's why her name like, almost sounds like normal.
Like just like firing on all cylinders, just like go, gas, 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 gas. Like she is just flying off the handle, like glowing all red from gun stuff.
Having a normal one.
It's like, I mean, it's like like she is just like and she is just like basically it's like, dude, like stop hogging the joint. Like, I mean, she is just
stop bogarting the Gundam.
Yeah, it's like she's bogarting the Gundam weed, and it's like she is just like, and it's like, dude, like this is like the good kush. This is like the stuff that McQuaid would smoke out of his weird bong vase. This is like the expensive stuff, like bred in space, like grown in space with space technology to make like Permet 6 weed.
Yeah, hello, my name is Permet Bogart, and I'm here to smoke Gundam weed. Oh, God. It's cool. Yeah, Sophie and Noria just do some fucking, like, ace pilot villain shit and just kill everyone.
Like, I mean, it's like, she is just, like, her eyes are, like, also all red from the Gundam weed.
Oh, yeah, she's like, I'm about to die. I hope I don't throw up my lunch. She has her priorities in order.
We're just like, girl, like you are hitting this like way too hard. Like, here, let me get like, girl, like let me just like get you a blanket and like maybe just like get out of here. So like, calm down. Like you are like way
get
too
some
hot.
Fresh air. I mean, not now because you're in the vacuum of space, but you know, go to Earth and
like,
chill.
Maybe I'll get you an extra oxygen tank.
yeah, though too. So Sophie and Noria do some cool fighting. And at one point, Vim Jaturk, he gets into Delonza's soul and he goes and he flies off to join the fight. And as he's like flying out, Bob gets in a suit too because he hears the sort of like, the Dawn of Fold.
It's an old Jaturk, like really old.
Yeah, it's a Desultor, I think it's called. But he hears one of the Dawn of Fold guys talk about how the Ariel's there, and he flashes back to Suletta, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm not over her. I gotta do something about this." So he gets in the Desultor and he flies out, and Vim goes, and Vim sees. He's like, "What are you doing in a Jaturk suit, you cur?" Like thinking it's one of the invaders. And long story short, Bob is Gwell, and Gwell kills his own dad. Oops.
Very Shakespeare, very dramatic,
extremely Shakespearean.
Like right, like that scene in Hamlet where it's like right through the curtain.
Yeah, it's like he does it, and he never radios. It's me, your son, because I don't even think like Vim knows where the hell Gwell went. Like he just knew like, oh yeah, you're gonna hang out on a Jaturk ship, and like
last one, it was like when Vim and Delling last talked, it was like, hey, like, why are you, like, so concerned with what my daughter is doing? Like, where the fuck is your son?
Right, and Vim just gets so mad and leaves the room, doesn't actually do anything about it.
Yeah, and it's like, he is like, dude, like, and that's like, yeah, like, I am like, Delling is, like, really pissing me off right now. Like, I'm fucking calling it an airstrike.
You don't need to. The fucking Baquetta's blowing up, and Delling's probably gonna die. He has a piece of metal through his kidney.
Yeah.
So this is weird. Like, honestly, there's nothing much more to do with Gwell and Vim. Like, Vim explodes and Gwell gets, like, launched backwards. And he's, like, in space, but he's probably fine. I don't think anything's happening to him.
Yeah,
but
like, really hope. I mean...
He's a main character, he'll never die.
Really, it's like, Gwell Jaturk is definitely getting, like, that little plate at the end of, like, the Junior League soccer. he's definitely getting like the most improved plate. It's like I have
Yeah.
no
I
idea.
don't even need to give him that. He's always been number one in my heart.
Yeah, it's like I have no idea where participation trophies came from with them actually being like trophies because like when I was doing like youth league sports, they were always just like paper plates covered in glitter glue. It's like
Yeah, right?
like you have like a very liberal definition of what a trophy is.
But yeah, Vim dies. Guel is not great about it, but he's like sent through space. As the station is like blowing up, we see that Delling has saved Miorine's life by taking a piece of debris that was going to hit her, and it's like lodged in his kidneys. And this is when he's like, "Oh, your mother told us to never let you die," and which is just like, you can't start caring about her now that she's a good business partner, man. It's not a great look.
Like, and then Miorine just goes in with just like
don't you die, you piece of shit.
Like she goes in with like a little Girl Scout, like a little Girl Scout for it's like, no, you are not pulling that Severus Snape bullshit on me. It's like you are going to have to live with this. Like you are not going to like die on me and look like a big old hero. Like I am not going to make a little Delling Jr. run around. Like you have like again with like the Severus Snape bullshit you're pulling on me. Like no, like put your like you can't really do that because like your spine is severed, but like you have your big boy pants on. Like I am going to try my best to make sure that you are going to end up living through this, and you are going to have to live with the consequences of what you have done with me.
Yeah, pretty much. And we do learn that Miorine's mom's name is Notret.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's probably not significant until later, but that's her name. It's Notret. Let's see.
Very
honestly,
sounding name. It sounds like a Swedish dessert or something. Like it has Nutella in it too.
I'd like a delicious Notret. Yummy.
It sounds like Pianetta. Like that. It sounds fancy. Like it has like ice cream and Nutella in it. Like yeah.
Yeah. Notret's definitely some kind of shit I can buy at like the Lidl freezer aisle.
Yeah.
There's not much else. Okay. Oh yeah. So I guess I'm not gonna pontificate about how bad the new Ariel is, but we do see it in action. And what happens? All of its gun bits, instead of forming a shield, which they can still do, all of them will fly onto the gun this time, and it fires just like a fuck off huge Wing Gundam style Buster Beam, which like literally melts part of a suit that's nearby it, and someone looks at it and is like, wow, that thing's not for combat use, and it did that. So what the fuck is it for?
That is certainly as a combat use, and also like it's not like a Buster rifle again, it's like a railgun, like the one from Double O, where like that's the one where like my little squishy is from, and he is my squishy, and he is mine, and I just want to go and like boom, he is my squishy, and I love him, even though he would probably end up stinging me like that jellyfish that Dory had, but he's like my little squishy, and I love him. I love you, Tiara. Love you. You're my squishy. But I am getting distracted.
At that point, after Suletta melts a couple of suits, that's when Dominicus shows up and Donnafold retreats, because Dominicus has like fucking 20 ships rolling up, and Dominicus is like one ship, and they're like, all right, we gotta go back to Earth. This sucks. We didn't even finish the job. Like no one died during
they have
this.
Like an entire like White Castle. They have like an entire big White Castle box worth of burgers.
Yeah, they got. Were they big abuse? I didn't even know.
No, it was like big. It was like burger. It was like burger pentagons.
Oh, they have the okay. I didn't know. It makes sense if they had a big ear in the prologue, but the Dominicus runs.
Like what's his name from the prologue was praying the dude who got fat. Like I mean, I am not going to make a joke about calling it the blue cheeseburger.
It's like, well, the new one's the big ear Pente looks like Janemba from Dragon Ball. It's like that purple and red color scheme.
Like it doesn't have like the little balls. Like I miss the little balls, but I guess
they're big balls.
Yeah. Like I guess maybe like the balls were like also fell under like the bullet thing. So
well, it doesn't need the balls to do the antidote. It's like just built into the suit now. Anyway,
but like
Donna Fold is run off by Dominicus.
yeah, but like before it was like when they were fighting, it was like when Nika was noticing that they're from Earth, it's like they're using like regular bullets, and it's like,
oh, that's right. That's another really interesting.
Like, oh, you are polluting space with those tiny little bullet shells. But it's like, dude, like, so just having like blowing up Vanidus asteroid, whatever, I do not remember what it was called. Like,
yeah, it is Vanidus nuts.
Like blowing it all up, like having like all of these like dead mobile suits everywhere, like that's fine, but like tiny teeny little bullet casings isn't.
Yeah, well, it's been 20-ish years since then, allegedly. That is a very interesting. I really like that they brought that up because again, it's just like that's why we use beams, because beams don't have any physical like debris afterwards.
And like a lot more talk about stuff like that with Musk sending with like Elon sending.
Oh, we can't get started on that fucking loser.
Yeah, like him and Elan 5, they deserve each other. Like both of them are garbage. And also you send up all of like little Starling fuck you heroes. Like
let's see. So Donna Fold gets run off. Dominicus rolls in. This is when Suletta goes into the hangar and does her cool trick, and she's like, well, I'm sorry. So there's a scene where she's like freaking out in the hangar because there's guys after her with guns, and Prospera rolls up and just like fucking headshots all of them.
Comes in with a Glock and is like, brah, 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 brah.
Brah, 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 brah. And like, Suletta's freaking out, and she's like,
I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. I let you murder people.
I'm a cool mom. I kill people for you, and I tell you it's okay. Because she like goes to Suletta, and Suletta is freaking out that Prospera killed people in front of her, understandably. And Prospera just goes, it's okay to kill if you're protecting someone. And Suletta is like, oh.
Pay attention to the thematic looking very important, very noticeable line made out of blood that in order to like come up and hold my hand, you're going to have to go
right. Yeah, it's such a heavy hand visual language, but it's effective.
Do not pay attention to the obvious. Do not pay attention to the very blatantly obvious line that you are crossing here. Do not pay attention to the thematic blood splatter. Like,
yeah, don't worry, it's not a metaphor or anything. Like, it's okay. Step over it, Suletta.
Like, girl, wash your face, and like, you're still my little girl boss. You're still my little Tanuki Doodle. You're still like mine, and yeah, like murder is okay.
Murder is valid. And she once again, this is almost feeling like a fucking BioShock situation where Prospera is like, you know the phrase, if you move forward, you gain 2. If you retreat, you gain 1. It's like a would you kindly situation at this point.
Why it sounded like nonsense to me. It's a sleeper agent activation phrase.
Yeah, because Suletta hears that and she's like, oh, awesome, and gets in the Gundam, and like she like shoves Sophie out there unicorn style, like when Banana shoved Merida out in the Kshatriya and the
It's unicorn. Like she did the banana split.
Yeah. And then she like busts in the hangar and slams that dude, and as you see, like you see the guy's severed hand float 0G and like bonk onto the wall next to Mirene's head.
He has like little lumpy melly nubbins on his mobile suit's feet, and it's like it's like, what was that? But it's like I did see somebody on Twitter talking about how like there does not really need to be like a special like science fiction explanation for like what Prospera is doing to Suletta with that phrase from like the Winter Soldier activation. It doesn't need to be that. It could be
leave some mystery there.
Regular Prospera being a regular abusive piece of trash.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking she might not be a very good mother. That's just me.
Yeah, it's like it could just be that, but it's like, come on, like this is like science fiction, and we know from like the Alans, they have like mind technology stuff, and it's like science fiction. Of course, they're going to use the weird mind wiping random orphans and then giving them a bunch of like plastic surgery to turn them into a bunch of clones of some rich dude to turn them into clones of some rich douchebag, like a bunch of little mini full frontals. So they're going to use the fancy sci. They're going to use the fancy sci-fi stuff like that. That's just how stuff like this works.
Yeah. And so the arm plops next to Mirin, and Suletta jumps out of the suit and like slips in the blood, and she's like, "Ooh, haha, silly me!" And like she offers her hand to Mirin as like just blood and gore is like globbing off of it, and Mirin's like, how can you smile like that, completely covered in blood, you fucking murderer?
My notes for this section are just 4 pages where I wrote the word splat in giant, huge, like jagged, like edgy letters. Like right in front of my dad, like he is in a coma. He needs help. He needs like a doctor.
I don't think he needs like a Ziploc bag at this point.
Yeah. He needs like, I mean, I think she managed to get like Delling onto like a space stretcher. It's like, dude, like what the fuck? Like you just like that dude, like he's not even hamburger anymore. He's pate.
Yeah, he's fucking Nickelodeon slime, and that's the thing. She did protect Mirin and Delling from an attacker. She did a good job. Like maybe she should have put her hand down in like a chopping motion to like block the guy from getting to them. But hey, you know what? She turned him into paste, and that's awesome. We love it. Wow, cool murder.
Ended up chopping him in half like with a karate chop.
Yeah, like hot dog style. Hoocha!
Yeah.
I think the Gundam fingers might be a little too big for that, but I believe she could do it if she really tried.
Yeah, like, she got him with, like, the edge of the fingernails.
Yeah, give him the fucking bloody finger.
Yeah.
G Gundam style.
Fine, it's, this hand of mine glows with a red rage or something. I do not remember the exact quote. It tells me to grasp victory.
Suletta slap. Bacha! And we just kind of have to sit on that until April or so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gundam.
It's a Gundam.
Hey, and we're only halfway through.
Like, I mean, I do not know what all of the people making the jokes about, like, all the people who are coming here, it's like, I mean, like, people can like more than one kind of story, and they can understand more than one kind of story exists, and, like, you can, like, mix and mash them all up. I really shouldn't have said mash there.
Yeah, you meant to say, pulverize.
Yeah, that's,
well, that's... Damn. Gundam, huh? Oof.
It's Gundam.
So,
Gundam.
in lieu of another bit, I believe you have some predictions of where season 2 is going to take us, or part 2, I guess.
Yeah, like Max, you also have some predictions, right?
You hit yours first, and I'll see if I have any that cover what you haven't covered.
Okay. Lauda Jaturk shows up again in Adorable.
More of that. Very good.
We actually do go back to the school for like 1 or 2 episodes, and Earth House is trying to pretend that all of this is normal and fine, and they didn't really go through a trauma, and maybe some of like the mind manipulation tech that like was going through the Elans is to like try and make them forget that all of this crazy stuff happened. But like you could see when I was doing the rewatch, it's like Elan 4 could still remember like seeing somebody singing happy birthday to him. So it's like, it's not perfect, and you could probably like break out of the mini full frontal mind control stuff that they're doing. So like maybe that would end up being involved. Gilling ends up living because of Gundam technology, and maybe if he couldn't grow a spine organically, this is the second best option for him.
That's a really good one, honestly. I feel like Delling getting saved by Gunbit is like,
it's
that
like,
is poetic.
Again, it's like, you didn't really have a spine, like, maybe you couldn't grow a spine, but I'm sure going to give you a spine. We get to see Choo Choo's dads again.
Oh, I missed that. Yeah, those
Yeah, it's like
guys.
my father, 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 and me again. We
Mm-hmm.
get to see all of them. Maybe when they go to Earth, they'll get to see Choo Choo's dads. Belmaria has her own Gund plans that are radically different from Prospera's plans, and I think that Prospera she does not give a fuck about any sort of ideals like what Dr. Carta was talking about with Gund technology. She just sees it as a tool for revenge and also a way of like manipulating people to get on board with her revenge plans. Like, she does not care about whether or not it's being used to like fry up people on Mars for doing whatever, or like it's more like people in an Amazon warehouse striking. She doesn't care if it's being used to like just like kill all those people, or if it's being used to give people stuff like her detachable sunscreen application arm. She does not give a fuck, and that and like she is just using it as a tool for her revenge plans and to get people on board with them.
I
Um,
don't know about that one. I think Belmiri is just nice.
mhm. Like, I kind of see her more as like sort of like the reasonable one, like not so much that she's like the real like heart or like voice of reason in the show, because she hasn't really said that much, but it's like I think that like I am on Team Belmiria and not Team Prospera, even though Prospera's really hot.
I'm Team Edward.
I was Team Jacob when I was in high school.
Mm.
But like again, it's like I think that Belmaria does have her own plans for gun technology that do not go along with what Prospera thinks.
Mm.
And Prospera doesn't even really have her own plan. She just wants her revenge, and then after she gets her revenge, who knows? Like,
Yeah, really.
we'll get into that part of being a Char. But
Yeah.
there will be there my next point is there will be another time skip, but it will be another short 2 to 3 month long one, like the one that we had when Gund was being established as a company.
Uh-huh.
More of Shadiq being a cowardly douchebag.
Sure. Yeah, that's just him.
Yeah, like that's just Kadik being a Shaddiq again. And also we are going after like the part at Alcastia. We're going to get an Earth arc, and I think we are going to finish on a Mercury arc and actually see what's going on with
Oh, I would love that.
Mercury. It's like I want to see Mercury, like I want to see like Suletta's hometown, and maybe they're not going to be doing like Hallmark approved like little like festive Christmas time activities together with her and Miorine. Like again,
Yeah,
like
probably not.
Miorine still needs that vacation, but like we're going to get an Earth arc and we're going to get a Mercury arc, and those are my predictions. Like I had like this whole thing about like, ooh, what if it turns out that like Mercury is like now like Mercury is like completely abandoned, and it's like one of those spooky, scary abandoned colonies like the Texas one or that one from Zeta, and like everybody's gone or everybody's dead on Mercury now. But it's like, yeah, like I'm not going to go as far as like put that in as something definite, but like it's still in the cards. Anything from you, Max?
I think Delling being saved by Gund is like that is definitely. I feel like that's a very likely fun twist is going to happen. I think, and I don't know if this would make the show good or not. It would certainly make it interesting of like Suletta basically kind of being turned against everyone else over time by her mother's influence. Like, not that I want another tragic ending out of Gundam when like you had IBO as the last main series, and I guess that ending wasn't. It was tragic in ways and not tragic in other ways, but like I think it you could see Prospera really not doing actual like fighting Char style, more just like the manipulation of it, of like Prosper just constantly being the devil on Suletta's shoulder, like pushing her to do fucked up shit, like slap a guy into paste and be fine and happy with it. Like
Mother knows best. Listen.
yeah, she on some Mother Gothel type shit.
Yeah, only it's like it's okay. I let this one outside. Like I'm fine. Like I'm not a regular mom. I'm not like a regular abusive evil witch mom. I'm a cool abusive evil witch mom.
Like, I don't know if we really have time in the show to do both an Earth arc and a Mercury arc. I would like there to be a Mercury arc. Where like, I don't know, they got to go to Mercury to get more Permet or something for Gundam. I don't know how that would be written, but again, like, I just want to go there because like I really like the Mars episodes of Iron Blooded Orphans a lot, and it was fun being on a different planet than Earth.
Yeah,
so
like
we get the same thing.
I get that like they're going to go to Mercury for like the finale, and that's
that. Yeah,
the
sure.
showdown is going to be.
And then Suletta says, "Truly, the witch from Mercury was the friends we made along the way."
Yep.
And I guess that'll about do it for that'll about do it for this episode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a longer one, but we had 3 episodes and a good amount of stuff to talk about, including Suletta's cool hand.
Yeah.
Oh god. Is it my turn for Robot of the Week?
I don't know, but but if it was like my turn, it would be like the last. This is like my last hurrah for like a really long time until we get back in April. So like,
well, all right, yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Phoenix.
and like,
what's that Robot of the Week?
You have to like make like a reminder on your phone that like your Robot of the Week when we head to when we get back in April.
Sure. What do we got?
My Robot of the Week is the Roomba I got for Christmas. Yeah, it's been a while. Christmas happened again. That's why like I had all that Christmas material for Meereen. But yeah, my family, we got a Roomba. We named him Kevin. And yeah, like he's currently asleep in the kitchen right now, but he's been really helpful with getting rid of all the dog fur. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
My
useful.
Robot of the Week is Kevin the Roomba.
Thank you, Kevin the Roomba.
And thank you, Matt, for having me host. Like, I'll see you.
Of course.
It's like, I mean, like, I am going to have to go to bed after this, and like my mind is still like going like a million miles a minute. Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure that like if I did, like I could just like I could actually just shoot my mind out and actually just go to Mercury.
Yeah, get some new type shit.
Yeah, like I could do that in just like 5. I could do that in like 10 seconds flat. Like I am on. Well, like, and I have to like get calmed down and go to bed after this. And it's like I am going to miss doing this so much. Like I have no idea what else I would podcast about, but like I might be interested in actually starting up something of my own since I really do not have anything going on in my life. Yeah.
Well, hey, podcasting is fun. I dare say that's why I like to do it. But before you astro project to Mercury, Phoenix, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on Tumblr at DestroyScytheHeck. And I'm not even going to bother with my Twitter this time because, like, I am not really sure if Twitter will even be around by next April.
Who, Lord only knows. I'm on Twitter and Tumblr. I'm Maxi Bajillion. You can listen to my other podcast. One is Pod of Greed, the world's #1 and only Yu-Gi-Oh podcast sponsored by Kaiba Corp. We're recording fucking 5Ds this week. Holy shit. Card games on motorcycles.
That's on Twitter. Motorcycles. Hell yeah. Like, yeah. Hell yeah.
That's on Twitter at Pod of Greed Cast. And you can listen to Slappers Only Pod, my video game music showdown podcast, at Slappers Only Pod on Twitter. Hey, we're fucking back in it. We're recording again. I told you it would happen. That was a threat, and I made good on it. So tune in. Final Fantasy 14 episode, A Realm Reborn, dropping soon.
Oh, it's so cool. Like, yeah, Final Fantasy 14. Like, I don't actually have a computer I can play it on, but like from what I've heard from my friends, it's really cool. Even
It's a fun. I like it. It's a fun game. Not my favorite Final Fantasy. The MMO is what makes it harder for me to get into it. But I played all of Realm Reborn, so good on me for that.
even though like I don't really play video games for like everybody who's my friend and even people who are not my friend, I've heard it's very fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking everyone plays that game. You can go to noisepace.xyz to find this show, my other shows, many, many more. You can go to Twitter at WowCoolPodcast to find us. Discord links are in the Twitter header and episode descriptions. Come hang out with us and post your cool freaking Gunpla. I'm about to finish my Gao Gar model kit.
I ended up getting some for Christmas that I'm still working on. Apparently my brother found out that they combined two of my favorite things, which are Gunpla and bath bombs, for like this weird one from Gundam Seed, and he got me this kit that also has like a little bath bomb in it with a tiny Gunpla inside. And like, I'm not sure how you feel about Seed, and I actually watched it and I liked Seed. So like, but my brother probably had no idea, and he just knew I like Gunpla and bath bomb. So like, I have like that little, and also like the Gunpla inside the bath bomb is like a little fucked up aquatic dude. I love that little
nice
aquatic dude.
Hell yeah. Well, folks, that'll do it for us until April. I mean, I'll be around. I'll be talking about build, and then Lord knows what else until then. But as we always say, whenever we're talking about Suletta and her cool murderous adventures, school is bad.
Actually, maybe let's not go lesbians this time. Like, let's just have like a little calm down. Like, have
let's calm down a little bit, huh?
Stuff kind of escalated a bit. Like, cool the Jets lesbians this time.
Yeah, tone it down a wee bit.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.